Hello, we are live. Oh my god. Guys, I wanna go to sleep.
Go to sleep. So guys, I'm gonna be taking over the vlog. We didn't sleep well. I didn't sleep well.
I only dreamed nightmares. You know, me falling off buildings, stuff like that.
I only dreamt nightmares because I am editing General Luna reaction to
Yes.
General Luna the movie reaction.
Yes.
And all I can dream about is about the death of General Luna. Thank you very
Thank you
much.
very much.
So I'm feeling affected by the death of General Luna.
Anyway, dos, tres.
¡Hola, Minionatics!
Bienvenidos a
Minyeo TV! Ako si Sol.
At ako si Luna.
Ang
Ngayon
nandito kami para
mag-react sa the Pinoy Historian video about Felip Bulan and
Yes.
other videos. If you check the description of this, you can see that there's other videos also programmed. Shout out to John Layson from Alexandria, Virginia. Is that Virginia? VA.
VA is Virginia.
My number one fan in USA. Shout out to Melanie Dubiao.
Melanie Dubiao. Hello. What? Legend of Ace MOBA. That's a game.
Probably, yes.
Yes.
Hello to Hermi Enguiño. ¿Qué dice ahí?
Enguito.
Enguito.
Enguito or Enguito? How do you pronounce your last
Let
name?
us know in the comments.
Yes, we know that NASA Lazada, they have the...
Yeah, but we don't react to music on live
We are
stream,
not
so
going to
yeah,
react
don't
to
even think
music
about it.
live.
It's not gonna happen. Hello,
We're
hola,
still on probation.
Hola, Anthony Sánchez, mi amor, ¿cómo
Anthony
estás?
Sánchez.
Hola, Lou Ernest.
estás?
Lou Ernest Cabrera. Yes, they are a toxic fandom and they are proving that they are.
Hello, Camella Isabel. Camela o Camella Isabel?
Hello, Tita Amy. Good evening to you. Good morning to us. Yes, I'm so sleepy because it's morning, not because I didn't sleep well, because I had got nightmares.
Lily
think that's
Bagona is
everybody.
here.
Oh, Lily.
Hi.
Hi. Lily was our
When is fourth
winner
impact
of the-
here? Here we go, the making reaction.
Oh,
we have been called out.
We need to.
Oh my god, the making stuff, I think it would be better to react to it live too.
Yes.
Let's see if we have, well,
We have so many
we
stuff
have
to
an
react
opening
live.
for July.
We have an opening for July
But,
the
yeah, we
3rd.
have scheduled for next week SB19 PBB moments. Then we have for June Kaya Road to debut episode 1 and 2. Then we have this room video, episode 3 with BGYO.
And Vinny Road
And
Trip
Mini Road
episode
Trip
1.
episode 1 and 2. And in July, we
The
can
3rd.
react to that.
July the 3rd, fourth impact. Here we
Beginning
go, the
there.
making
If
reaction.
it doesn't happen, guys, if it doesn't happen, you are totally allowed to call us out. Say what happened to
Yes.
fourth impact. Here we go, the making.
Yes.
that you said.
Yes, Lou.
How many episodes do they have? Can you tell us?
Tell us everything, Lily. Yes, Lou, they involved his children. That was absolutely disgusting. And I feel extremely disgusted by everything about not only that fandom, but also K-pop in general. I don't want anything to do with K-pop at all.
But we are going to react to sort of K-pop next week.
What are you talking about?
The thing that says like K-pop ripoff.
Well, I'm
so-
anti K-pop right now. I'm so mad. You have no idea. Like we stopped watching K-pop in 2020, because things were very toxic.
Because of that, because of the toxic
things were very toxic, but now they are even more toxic than when we left it. So it's just escalating. Like, it's been 2 years and they are worse now. So they're never gonna change. It's never gonna get any better. So now I have nothing to do. I don't want anything to do with that.
Oh, Esvin, I think invasion is here.
Hello, mi amor. Bim, 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 bim.
Episodes 1 to 3 then. Thank
So,
you, Lily.
dice Chachi que
Are you
en su
ready?
trabajo le dicen decline cada vez que pide absence. So she's been saying decline a lot. So don't give us your internal jokes.
Yes, inside jokes from work that we don't attend to this.
Thank you. Like we how we
I thought that I was missing out on something important. You
I
had
thought
no
I
idea.
was missing out
You
on
was
something
giving
else
me
been I think related.
Como, yes. Oh yeah. Let me see how the poll, guys. Did you vote already? And the Pinoy Historian is winning.
That's
Pinoy Historian for the win. But there are 31 people. So counts, guys.
Guys, seems to be like there's a connection in Jesus Christ. En is normal latency. Si fuera low o ultra low, necesitaría más internet. There's no data. It's not receiving, yeah. Wow, that's terrible. Conecta eso de otro internet, que no sea este. Vamos a
Yo no
desconectar
estoy
todo lo
conectada
que
de la
está-
extensión, yo estoy conectada del de allá afuera.
Es el mismo internet. Vamos a desconectar todo lo que esté conectado al Wi-Fi.
I told you the internet was a little bit slow today.
Yo tenía más esperanza porque mira, Anthony mandando vainita de loading. Sí, yo tenía, tú que pongo un paquetico para que tú tienes paquetico. Yo tenía una esperanza en el fondo de mi alma.
And I'm going to work because the thing is this is not working. Okay, I think we're back. We're back? No, Lily, it's not your connection, it's our connection. Our
It's
connection
us.
is low.
The problem.
It's low. Okay, so let's start with the Pinoy Historian reaction. Luna, what do you think?
I'm ready. I don't know if this is going to allow us to do this, but we can try. Oye, ahora fue que estamos back.
Why can't I hear anything
About what?
in here?
You can't, it's muted.
So,
Here we go. Here we go.
here we go. Here we go.
Pim, 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 pim. Yo quiero como que los Illuminati me digan si ya está mejor.
Sorry about that.
Does this have some
It has music and we cannot.
de
Bakunawa.
Sirvi ara. Yo, historical and people.
Mabuhay or in Kapampangan with kayo and in Bisaya, mabuhi. Marhay na aga o marhay na hapon o marhay na banggi sa Indong Gabos. Welcome back to my channel.
How dare you?
Sana all. We are struggling learning Tagalog and
Wala.
Okay. Oh my God.
Well, it's me, Kirby Aralio, your friendly Pinoy historian and culture bearer. And as many of
he
you
is very friendly. I feel already like, ooh.
requested, in today's video, I'll be doing a reaction. And before we begin, here are some few reminders. In this channel, I make videos about our people's colorful history, diverse cultures, mythologies, and everything in between. So if you want to support my channel and my research, please consider being my patron on Patreon or a member of my YouTube channel. Or you can also get copies of
his name, Kirby Noor.
¿Por qué?
Ah, because in Patreon.
It's a username. People have usernames.
Oh no, it says that we are loading again according to Trisha, but I see a well here.
being my patron on Patreon or a member. In fact, to Exciting Dragons and miss out and order your copies today. So, without further ado, let's begin. Let's start with, what does Bulan really mean?
Yes.
But wait, before I forget, just a reminder that in this video, I'll be sharing what I know based on my perspectives and knowledge as a Filipino historian and my upbringing as a datu and a culture bearer. So if there's anything that I missed or anything that you want to add from
a book coloring series. That's so nice.
your own cultures and your own roots in the Philippines or anywhere else in Southeast Asia, please let us know in the comments below. Okay, so what does Bulan really mean? So in the many languages of the Philippines, like in Bisaya, Bicolano, Kapampangan, Bahasa Sug or Tausug, Ilocano, and many others, and actually even in the many languages of Indonesia and Malaysia, the word Bulan means the moon. It is also used to refer to the months. So for those who are unfamiliar, all of these languages, like literally the hundreds of languages across Southeast Asia, from Taiwan to the Philippines, from Madagascar in Africa to the many islands of the Pacific, from New Zealand to Hawaii and Easter Island, they all belong to the Austronesian family. Hence why there's a lot of similarities. And in this music video,
I am learning so much already, and this is only 2 minutes in the video.
Trisha is leaving us because her connection is too slow.
It's okay, Trisha. No worries.
Oh my god.
You can watch this on play.
Bulan refers to the primordial moon god embodied by the moon itself in the diverse mythologies of Ibalon, aka pre-colonial Bicol, and in the Visayas of Central Philippines. Actually, in some parts of the Visayas, the moon god is also referred to as Lib. So yeah, in this music video, we see Felip play the character of the moon god Bulan, and I believe that this was inspired by his own roots. So Felip, aka Ken of SB19, is from Cagayan de Oro. Now, while the city of Cagayan de Oro is located in northern Mindanao, facing the Visayas itself, is predominantly Visayan speaking, specifically Cebuano speaking. And now while his song Bulan is mostly in Tagalog, you can actually hear him saying a line in Cebuano or singing a line in Cebuano. And if you want to hear him sing and rap,
we didn't even realize because we cannot distinguish
No, we cannot.
between these languages from the Philippines. There you go.
in Binisaya or Cebuano, check out his first single, Palayo. Okay, so now that we got that out of the significance of these visual elements and even the music itself sprinkled throughout the video. In other words, what has a lot of significance in Visayan culture, especially in warfare. For example, pre-colonial Visayans would showcase their valor and the fact that they had already killed an enemy by wearing a red bahag or loincloth, along with a red turban known as magalong. So overall, in the pre-colonial Visayan societies, red is associated with bravery and sacrifice. In fact, red is also the color representing the warriors, along with the nobility, aka Tumao, and those with royal blood, aka the Katatuan. Now, red is also culturally significant across the diverse indigenous cultures of the Philippines, hence why we see a lot of red in many of our indigenous cultures and traditional clothing. I mean, even in our pre-colonial flags, like those of the Magindanaoans and the Kapampangans, they're usually a combination of red, yellow, and green. Now in Kapampangan, red is also known as kundiman, and yes, the original
Kondiman.
But Kondiman isn't a love song. The meaning.
Alphabet. The ting goes grrrr, skitty keep and a poop poop boom.
Oh,
you became a member.
Soju,
Thank you so much
welcome to the
for becoming a
certified
member.
Minyeo.
Thank you.
Wow, thank you so much for your support. It means
A lot,
lot.
to us. We'll
love
never
you
forget
to the
this
moon and
day.
back. Wow, this video is so interesting. Like, how come we have never like I have heard of the Pinoy Historian before because you guys requested the
The
Alamat
avocado,
breakdown.
breakdown.
It was not avocada. It was the other. It was not the avocado.
It was
the
Casmala.
Casmala.
He did that one?
He did that one, and you guys requested it for us to watch it, but we never watched it for some reason.
Yeah, we need to. I wanna.
Now I want to. Oh my God, I will definitely subscribe to him.
We are already subscribed.
Oh, you
to him.
subscribe? Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
He's really good. Oh my God, he's so smart. But like again, he's a historian, so this is years of research and everything that he knows already. Wow.
Colonial meaning of kundiman referred to the color red or crimson red in the Kapampangan culture, not the Tagalog love songs that many are more familiar with today, but more on
he mentioned the Tagalog love song.
that in a future video. But anyways, red in Kapampangan mythology represents the alti or the lightning, aka the blazing red dragon who resides within the eyes of the sun god Apong Sinukwan. And in the Pandi, aka the indigenous Kapampangan flag, red also represents the fertile land of Upper Pampanga where I was born. Now in Kapampangan culture, just like in the Visayas, red or kundiman has long been traditionally associated with courage, the color of valor, empowerment, and of revolution. This is also why red was the chosen color of the revolutionary movement known as the Katipunan. And if we dig deeper, its association with the Apong Sinukwan is also part of the reason why we have the iconic sun in our flags. So yes, red has a lot of meaning in the Philippines. So comment below and share what the color red means in your culture. And speaking of the color red,
color red means
It's the
in our
blood.
culture is the blood that was spread for those who fought
For our
to set us
independence.
free. Yeah, for our independence.
That's it.
So the blood of the heroes who valiantly fought in our independence.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, red and
Notice-
it's crimson red. That's exactly the color. of
that
our
the thematic colors of this music video are red, black, and white. Now these are some of the most common traditional colors of the various indigenous weaving traditions of the Philippines Felip is from. Now a great example of this would be the tinalak of the indigenous Tiboli people of South Cotabato. So now let us talk about the gold accessories he was wearing. Unknown to many, our ancestors were actually among the best goldsmiths in world history. Gold was both a measure of wealth and perhaps more importantly, it was an expression of our ancestors' deep spirituality. In fact, practically everyone was wearing gold, from the slaves to the kings and even the dead. And in the pre-colonial kingdom of Luzon or Luzon in Kapampangan culture, gold represented purity and nobility. And this is why in the pre-colonial traditions of the Kapampangans and the Maguindanawans, just like in the present-day Sultanate of Brunei and other Southeast Asian kingdoms, gold or yellow was a color that was traditionally exclusive to those with royal blood. Now, historically speaking, the first known mention of gold in any surviving written records of the Philippines can be found on the Laguna copperplate inscription that was written 1,122 years ago. Now, this document, written on a small piece of metal, provides us with insights into the complexity of our ancient society, from debt, gold, and slavery to our ancestors' legal systems, social class, and social mobility. It also gives sophisticated knowledge of the ancient sciences, metallurgy, mathematics, astronomy, and more. In fact, the Laguna copperplate debunks many misconceptions and miseducation about pre-colonial Philippines. It reminds us that our ancestors were already civilized for at least over 1,000 years, if not more. A reminder that our archipelago was
What letters are these though?
over
Parang
1,000
babae.
years.
They don't look like babaeng.
No. Comment. Let us know in the comments.
archipelago was never isolated from the rest of Southeast Asia and other great civilizations before the so-called European discovery in 1521. And speaking of 1521, on March 29, 1521, Magellan and his crew were mind-blown by the amount and
He said Magellan.
Magallanes.
Es Magellan.
¿Cómo está, Manuel? ¿Cómo está?
Hello.
Oh, sorry.
I didn't sleep well, guys. Oh my gosh. And he's noticing. He's showing that I didn't sleep well.
How
Oh,
many
now
videos
I
do we
feel
have?
like
Uh-oh.
what?
Uh-oh. No.
No, it's
Stop.
not happening yet.
How many videos do we have to record today?
Around 5?
Let's cut that amount,
No.
please.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No, we better work.
Buenas res.
I saw myself. Yeah.
of the gold our ancestors had when they met Raja Siagu, now the Philippines. Unknown to many, most of the golden artifacts we see in the museums that survived from our archipelago were actually found in Butuan and the surrounding Caraga region. So fun fact, Raja Siagu was also the brother of Raja Colambu of Mazawa, and the two of them were also the cousins of Raja Humabon, the paramount ruler of Cebu and the surrounding islands. And it is also believed that Raja Humabon was also the brother-in-law of Datu Lapu-Lapu of Mactan. In short, all of them were related to one another. So another thing that immediately caught my attention was how sexually or gender ambiguous Felip was in his appearance. Now I'm not sure if this was intentional, but for those who may not know, for the most part, our pre-colonial ancestors saw gender and sexuality as fluid. It was something that they were empowered to own and embrace without prejudice.
And also, like, he's playing a god. So a god is not necessarily female and male, you know, like it's just an entity.
Yes.
So I think that look fits perfectly for portraying a deity.
Deity.
I don't know English, but you know what I mean, right? Yes, it's been
The
a big
Philippines
invasion.
has
We are
an-
resting. The thing is that I was having nightmares because I'm editing a video about General Luna, and I had to repeat the death scene like 5 times to it. And now all I can dream about is about the death of General Luna.
Ya nos dieron la respuesta. The Philippines has a lot of scripts. Babayin is just the most popular and most known.
Oh, really?
You can end the poll.
There are
because
like
already we
so
are reacting
many
to
things that we don't know, you know, like really.
Yes, actually, we're learning a lot in this very video that we are watching.
Yeah.
Oh, hello,
For
Sheila.
example-
Hello, Sheila Reyes. Hola, mi amor.
Oh, Sheila, hi. How are you?
In the pre-colonial indigenous Kapampangan culture, our ancestors actually celebrated the fluidity of gender and sexuality. And they saw this in almost all aspects of life or the world around us. So from the animals and humans to the Diwatas, the gods and goddesses of our ancestors, their genders and sexualities were always understood as fluid before colonialism. Now, this is not to say that there were no straight people back in the day or that there were no gendered roles back then, but these roles and these perceptions of gender and sexuality were not rigid like it is today. Our ancestors understood queerness as something that must be celebrated and appreciated, not just accepted or tolerated. They saw this as perfectly normal. In fact, in pre-colonial Kapampangan society, it was considered a blessing to have a child who we in the modern day would identify as queer. And another thing that caught my eye right away was the dance circle they performed in the video. It reminds me of a traditional children's game in the Philippines known as Bulan Bulan or Buan Buan, where players reenact the lunar eclipse. They do this by drawing a circle on the ground to represent the moon while protecting it from the other player, aka the taya or it in Tagalog, who represents the Bakunawa. Now this taya playing the Bakunawa cannot enter the circle, but they may switch places with another player by tagging them. Okay, so I hope that made sense, but if you're still confused how it works, you can search it up on YouTube. And also, the loud background music
already
in
know how
Felip'S
it
Bulan
works.
music video or in the song itself reminds me of the loud noises, the banging of the pots, the pans, the cultures of the Philippines. Making these noises were all done to the Bakunawa, the Lawu, the Minokawa, or other dragon way, and thus saving the sun or the moon from being swallowed. So this is the same amongst the Kapampangans,
So
the
there
Tagalog.
are dragons who swallow the sun too.
Yes, apparently.
Depends of the type of the eclipse, I guess.
But we don't know that one. What is the name of the dragon who swallows the sun? C-O-R-N? I don't know. I'm watching.
Su-R-N.
Yes, I also don't know as much. Most people who study these are actual people who study our languages and writing systems. These were never taught in our schools.
And sad
alright.
face image.
So I don't feel so bad now.
Sheila just said that she's okay and thanks for asking.
Yeah.
And I think it's encouraging us to react to the Luis Portales
the Felip's copy
video.
Lay Lit MV is a must because he explains it very well from the visual, the production team, song, messages, cultural history, and lyricism.
And Trisha is here
Trisha,
again.
my love!
Trisha is here.
Oh my God, it's
Joke.
lagging again. We're lagging again.
Tagalogs, the Visayans, the Bicolanos,
I
the
swear,
Bagobos,
Trisha,
and
it's
many
not
more.
your fault. I
And
think it's
now,
our
the
email.
exciting part. Let us now dig deeper into the mythologies of Bulan, Halia, and the Bakunawa. So first, let us
Yes.
acknowledge that the country we now call the Philippines is a beautiful country with diverse people, diverse but
Yes.
interwoven, colorful cultures and rich mythologies. Now I say this because a lot of people today tend to lump all of the different mythologies of the Philippines into one. But it is important for us to recognize their roots and their diversity. For example, the mythology of Bulan, Halia, and the Bakunawa, as shown in this music video, was inspired and rooted in the mythologies of the Bicolano people. So according to the pre-colonial mythologies of Ibalon, or what is now Bicol, Halia was the name of the beautiful goddess of the moon, who hides her beauty by wearing a golden mask. Now the reason why she hides her beauty behind a golden mask was because of her arch-enemy, the Bakunawa, the gigantic moon-eating dragon from the mythologies of the Visayans and Bicolanos. So in Bicol, Bakunawa was also believed to be the deity of the underworld, while on the other hand, Halia was believed to be the benevolent patron goddess and protector of women. In fact,
Like, where did he get this?
Images?
Yeah,
He
they
puts the
look
credits
epic.
of all the images there.
Oh, they are epic.
fact, there was an entire pre-colonial religious group devoted to Halia. Because for the women of Ibalon, Halia was their protector from the evils of the Bakunawa. Because Halia was also the warrior goddess who guards her brother Bulan, the last moon, from being devoured by the Bakunawa. Now again, as mentioned earlier, Bulan was the primordial moon god, the embodiment of the moon itself in the diverse mythologies of Ibalon and the Visayas. Today, Bakunawa is perhaps the most famous dragon from the Philippines, but Bakunawa was not alone. There are dozens more dragons from the different indigenous mythologies of the Philippines. Many of them were also believed to be the cause of the eclipse by swallowing the sun or the moon.
I
They
Just
look
like the
Pokemons. I don't know.
Yeah, because of the style of drawing.
I
But
like
I
this
think
dragon,
that-
the one that is completely inflamed.
I think he has a video on dragons too, on famous dragons of the Philippines, because some people were referencing to that video for people to learn about the Bakunawa and why the dragon was in Felip's video. Marius Su Florante Garcia says that Minokawa is a bird-like dragon who wants to devour the sun and the moon.
He's
Wow.
greedy. He's greedy.
Oh my God, don't devour me.
Bakunawa. So in Kapampangan mythology, we have Lawu, the dragon who swallows Aldo or the sun, aka Apong Sinukuan, or the moon, Bulan, aka Apong Malyari. And in Mindanao, they have a gigantic but playful lion-like dragon of the Maranao people. A dragon who would accidentally swallow the sun and the moon while playing. And another unique one was a gigantic crab known as Tambanacano from the indigenous Mandaya people, also of Mindanao. So the eclipse of the Mandaya mythology is believed to be caused by Tambanacano trying to swallow one of its own parents.
But this is a crab. This is not a dragon.
He said it was a crab. Yes.
Why is this in the discussion then? That's what I'm saying.
Sun or the moon. Now again, these are
Anthony, we haven't watched the movie Raya.
Yeah, we haven't. We need to.
Kael, hello, welcome. Hello, Andy DJ too.
just a few examples from the diverse mythologies of our ancestors, so check out the links below to learn more. Only moon deities of our ancestors. So here's a few examples of other pre-colonial moon deities in the Philippines. In Ilocos, we have Bulan, the god of peace. In Pangasinan, we have the mischievous god of the moon, also named Bulan. In Ifugao, we have the blood-drinking Bulan, the god of war, moon and justice. In the Visayan creation mythology, we have the moon deity Libulan, who was the son of Lidagat, the sea, and Lihangin, the wind. Libulan was also the grandson of
that's the one that
Kaptan,
you
the
were
primordial
talking about.
Visayan god of the skies, and his once rival turned lover, Magwayan, the primordial Visayan goddess of the ocean and the underworld. And as mentioned earlier, in Kapampangan, we have Apong Malyari of Mount Pinatubo, who is also known as Bulan, the Diwata or the god of the moon and the ruler of the 8 sacred rivers. Now, Apong Malyari was blinded after a fierce battle with his or her twin, Apong Sinukuan, over who would be the paramount deity or the king of the gods. Now, both of them are the children of Batala, the Kapampangan primordial god of the skies, who was also known as the creator. And actually, the Kapampangan Apong Malyari was also the same exact one as the moon deity Apon na Malyari in the indigenous Aita mythology of Central Luzon. But unlike the Kapampangans, the indigenous Aitas believed that it was Apon na Malyari who won the fierce battle against Apong Sinukuan, and thus it was him, the moon, who emerged and ascended to become the paramount deity. Interestingly, in Kapampangan, Apon na Malyari also means the god who makes things possible. Now, I know a lot of you are thinking of the goddess Mayari. So who exactly was Mayari? So in recent years, many have been familiar with the one-eyed moon goddess named Mayari that we know today is actually none other than the pre-colonial god known as Apong Malyari in Kapampangan or Apong na Malyari to the Aitas. Okay, so I know a lot of you are probably confused because I keep switching between the gender pronouns while referring to the same deity.
Yes, I was going
and
to
here's
say the same thing. Oh my god. Oh, you guys were late because you were watching SB19 performance in La Sara. We
That's
forgive
okay.
you. We forgive
That's
you.
okay. Yeah, don't
We
worry.
will watch it later. Oh my god.
The performance finished already.
Is this because they're here? This reaction.
I'm sad too because of the internet.
Sorry guys, we're having connection problems. Let me
Yes.
see. Okay, I cannot see it here. Okay,
Okay.
how the speed because I'm connected to mine.
Yeah. You want me to check the speed of the internet?
But it will interrupt the reaction.
How? What?
It won't even load.
That's not the page. That's not the .net, no .com.
We're checking the speed of our internet, guys. Please bear with us.
Is there?
It says that it's fine, but
But wait until they announce the upload, because for streaming is the upload speed that counts. It's running on 23.46 of download and 9.57 upload. That's
Not very good.
It's really bad. 9 of upload is really bad in my book.
My book too.
Why? Like I mentioned earlier, our ancestors saw the fluidity in gender. In fact, pronouns in our indigenous languages are gender neutral. And if we study the dewatas or the deities, aka the gods and goddesses of our ancestors, their genders and sexualities overall were understood as fluid. So if you want to learn more about gender and sexuality in pre-colonial Philippines, check out my video from last year. And again, there is a lot of different variations of our mythology surrounding the moon, like the ones about the Bakunawa, Halia, and Bulan. So to learn more, stay tuned for my live stream with the author and the Visayan Tagalog culture bearer, Ate Ligaya Caballes, aka the Pinay writer. Now, before I continue, I just want to acknowledge that I am not ethnically Bicolano, but I do have mad respect for the Bicolano culture, language, and heritage. And I also do have family and friends in Bicol, particularly in Albay, and I can also speak a little Bicolano. So to our Bicolano family, friends, and viewers, if there's anything that I missed, or anything that I got wrong or mispronounced, or anything that you want to add, let us know in the comments down below. Like what I always say on my channel, let us all learn from one another. But anyways, back to our topic, back to Bulan. So what is the overall message of Bulan, of this music video? What is the point of all of these? And what is so exciting about Bulan, P-pop, and everything in between? So in the music video, we see and hear Felip proclaim to the world that he is Bulan. In fact, we see him unmask himself while uttering the words, "Pagpatak ng dilim, ako ang bulan sa silanganan." Or in English, "As the darkness fall, I am Bulan, the moon god in the east." And this brings us to the message, the deeper message of the song Bulan, Halia, and the Bakunawa. This whole song is a powerful message of empowerment and knowing your worth. A message of and survival. A reminder to hold your ground no matter what the enemies may throw your way. A reminder to get back up after falling down. To keep pursuing your dreams no matter how others may try to tear you down. To keep ascending no matter how hard they try to pull you down. To keep growing and blooming no matter how deep they try to bury you. But more importantly, this is also a message of empowerment, of knowing your worth through embracing who you are. And for me, the most exciting part is the fact that culture. So I really, sincerely, genuinely congratulate the song. Maraming salamat, daghang salamat, mabuhay ka. I love how our young artists today are embracing and incorporating elements and identities as a source of inspiration, and thus promoting our deeper and often forgotten culture to the younger generation and to the rest of the world. And of course, Felip is not the only one, so shout out to the other artists doing this as well, Spat and SB19, for leveling up pop culture in the Philippines while at the same time staying rooted in our culture and traditions. Again, maraming salamat, dakala salamat, mabuhay kayo, luwid kayo. It is really nice to see our culture be put in the spotlight, not just locally but internationally. Because the sad reality is that many of our people are not familiar with our own mythologies. Sadly, to this day, many Filipinos are more familiar with Western culture and mythologies. And this has a lot to do with the colonial miseducation of the Filipinos, or how colonialism and imperialism weaponized our own culture, traditions, mythologies, and education against our own people, and how this colonial and imperialist policies directly led to the crisis of education in the Philippines today, and why many Filipinos today do not have a deeper understanding and a genuine appreciation of our own roots. Now this is exactly why I love making videos like this, even when I'm sick, so that we can all have another chance at learning about our past. and reconnecting with our roots to get to know our people better. We just need to dig deeper and learn to genuinely appreciate our own diverse but interwoven roots. And as I've mentioned many times before, learning about our histories, knowing our roots, celebrating our heritage is not about this nostalgic longing for the glitz and the glamour of the past. Instead, it means staying rooted in our people's histories while facing the realities of today. Just like what we see in Felip's Bulan and what I tell my own students, knowing our roots means being armed and empowered by the wisdoms of our ancestors as we face our own present-day struggles for genuine peace, prosperity, freedom, and justice in our communities. And that is it for me today. So let me know what you think about today's topic in the comments down below. Let me know, how do you celebrate?
Shout outs.
Raxel, Tita Bebe, Ria Freya.
He gives shout outs at the
He
end of
gives
his
shout-outs. Hello, Adrian.
Aww.
Adrian Olasiman. How are you?
Sorry.
Oh my God.
I missed it.
I feel like my brain is bigger now. I feel like I had learned so much. This was better than I was expecting.
This video was not what I expected at all.
Really?
I
What were you
expected that he
expecting?
was just gonna explain the story of the Bulan, Bakunawa, and
I thought that he was going to
kind
do
of.
like a breakdown of the music video. He did that, but he also explained the origins of the world. I know the origins of the Philippines already. Okay, char. I don't know the origins of the Philippines, but like, wow. I'm still confused about many things that he said. For example, he said that, like, because of the gold, we can tell that our people, not our people, but you know what I mean, because I'm not a Filipino, I just want to be. That you can tell that they were civilized and educated, and like, how? Like, what is the evidence? That's what I'm asking. It was never explained.
Oh, but probably this been documented by historians. There's always someone documenting what's going on and when it's going on for future. There's always someone documenting stuff. So that's how. Don't ask. How you guys feeling? Like, is the video running more or less?
Josh is reporting that it's lagging a lot.
It's lagging a lot. Oh my god. This really makes me sad. Maybe we shouldn't have gone live today.
But we didn't go last Sunday, did we?
Yes.
Oh yeah, we reacted to Chuck's video about
exactly.
Bulan. Well, we have one video
Left.
to check, and then we'll be ending this because our internet is not cooperating.
Maybe I should lower the bit rate.
Anthony says refieren la cultura coreana y la americana. And it's not only the Philippines. Let me tell you that here in our country, the average Dominican, well, not the average Dominican, like newer generations, they don't know a lot about our mythology. They don't know a lot about our ancestry. We have African roots that our person, the
Quisqueya blogs. Quisqueya. Yeah, ese mismo. But he's not even from here. Did you know?
He's Dominican, but he lives in the States. Yes.
He's Cuban or something like that.
What? Well,
But we don't mind if a foreigner teaches our history. Anyway.
oh wow.
I think in the Philippines it hit harder because of all the colonization. Like, it was not only Spain, there was also
Spain
Japan
and America and
America.
Japan, like it's
So,
it's too much.
And also it's like what the gringos did was harder and worse because they really tried to erase every trace of Philippines past. Like, don't learn this, learn this.
Yes.
Don't do this, do this. Like all these traditions, they call them like uncivilized and stuff, and try to make people more Western and whitewash them, and then this is happening. Anyways, let's watch the other video. Sure.
Yeah, we have
Luis
our reaction.
Portelles.
Yes. I
This
hope that he
one
says his name in his video, so we know for sure if we're butchering it or not.
Aw.
But it's important
Probably
to
the
me
long speech by the Bakunawa when he dipped his hand in the water. Memories came back, thus the title Loud Noise, and when he dipped
to talk to you guys about. So overall, there are a few points that I'll be touching during the video. First of all, we're going to talk about the visuals. I think that that's such an important part of the analysis. We're going to talk about the symbolism within the music videos as well, the music itself, so the audio that we are perceiving whenever we are listening to the songs, and of course the teams behind the songs and the music videos, because this is not a one-person effort. Lastly, I will end this video by giving you some of my personal opinions about why I think that this controversy is very damaging for both parties. So if you find
You see, I wouldn't be able to do a video like this because my opinion is very biased.
No, you just have to be TV.
Hello, says Nestor TV. Are you a YouTuber with that name? Says Nestor TV.
Oh, Luis
Yes,
Portelles is
he's
in
singing
guitar. I
everything
didn't know.
guitar.
I did. He doesn't talk there because I
He
didn't know.
doesn't talk because yeah, exactly. Tita Amy says, sadly, most Filipinos are not aware of our mythology, but are more knowledgeable with the myth of other culture. Hence,
Actually,
is we copied them.
Oh, that's true.
Probably-
Makes sense.
Oh yeah, we read.
plagiarism means. This is a word that is thrown, big artists being sued, so I feel like people tend to just throw it around without always understanding what it means. So
So before he goes and says what is the definition of plagiarism, I'm going to say what I understand plagiarism is. To me, plagiarism is when you copy an original work from another person and you claim that this is your job. For example, if I'm doing my thesis and I just copy and paste from another thesis and insert it into my thesis and say, this is my work, this is like my thoughts, my ideas, and it's not my ideas, this is plagiarism. So in my opinion, if Philip's would plagiarize Lay's, he would have copied the music video or copy exactly the song, sing the song, and say, oh, this is my song. You see, like singing the exact song or putting the exact video, the exact images. Like let's say that instead of creating the Bakunawa from scratch, they don't do that, but they just take images from the video and put the dragon from the video in this, then that's plagiarism because you are straight up taking that and claiming it like, no, this is my job, you know. But I even watched a video of the creators of the music video in which they explain how they created the Bakunawa, how they animated it, how they created the effects and everything.
Really?
Yeah, it was on Twitter. It was all over Twitter. I thought that you watched it because we retweet that.
No. What is your Wi-Fi password?
It's called 100 per hour. Yeah, that's my password. 100 per hour. You have to pay me 100 per hour to to use my internet.
What is this? I just wanna check something. Continue.
So yeah, this is my take on plagiarism. Like, he did not copy anyone else's job. Like, they created all of this from scratch. And also there were a lot of people talking about the dance move let me tell you, crump was not created by lace. All
Yeah,
the
like,
steps,
what the hell?
all the
Jesus
steps
Christ.
of crump are already created. They are base steps of crump.
They have names even. This is a job. This is
Yeah,
this,
yeah,
this
like-
is that.
They are already there,
Fuck.
made by African American culture, by the way. African Americans. They created it. You can use them and combine them and do your own choreography based on the steps that were already created. It's like ballet. Like all the steps in ballet are already
already.
created. You can pas de bourrée,
Rondellán.
una
Arabesque.
yeah, everything is already created. And then if you want to make a ballet choreography, you take the steps and you rearrange them.
You cannot rearrange ballet. No.
Yeah, but I mean like for the choreography.
No. No. The choreographies in ballet are dance the cascanueces. You have to dance the cascanueces exactly as it is.
Okay, but
If you want to rearrange something and you cannot call it ballet, you have to call it contemporary because you're going to incorporate other stuff.
all right,
no,
then,
ballet.
but like if you want to create it or an original piece based on ballet, and you don't want to do like pas de bourrée, rondellán, and then the split, something like that. Like you just put it in the order that you think is more aesthetics for your choreography, but the steps are already created. You know what I mean? So
Let's continue.
that doesn't mean this is plagiarism either. Because, anyway, let's see his take on plagiarism. Bye, Anthony. Take care.
They are more knowledgeable on Greek mythology. Let's continue.
According to the University of Oxford, plagiarism is presenting someone else's work or ideas as your own,
your own.
with or without their consent, by incorporating it into your work without full acknowledgement. All published and unpublished material, whether it's manuscript, printed, or electronic form, is covered under this definition. So I really just want to bring your
Yes.
attention for a moment to the segment where they mention presenting someone else's work or ideas as your own. And please keep that in mind all throughout this video as we analyze and compare both songs and visuals. Alright, so the first thing that I wanted to talk about were the visuals within both of these music videos. And I personally believe that none of these videos really follow the traditional path or the traditional formula for a music video. Both of them have very cinematographic treatments. So in my opinion, rather than going for the obvious music video formula, they decided to treat it as a movie or as a short film. You decide what you want to call it. And we know that in movies in particular, it's very, very common to start the segment with an introduction, or sometimes just to set the tone for the music video, start with a very mysterious opening. I think that this is something that we have seen in several movies, and that is also very common, especially in Hollywood. I feel like this was one of the arguments that people were using to defend the plagiarism allegation, and that's both of them have this opening which is very mysterious. You have one music video copying the other. This is two different music videos being inspired by a technique that is extremely common in Hollywood and a lot of film industries all around the world. Another thing that people criticize a lot about the music video were the camera angles and some of the shots. Well, let's be realistic, there are only so many type of shots and camera angles that can be used, especially for music videos that are
So,
Yeah, I was going to pause it.
okay, so there's only like 8 shot types.
A string wide shot, very wide shot, mid shot, medium close up, a string close up, and over the shoulder.
Ah,
Yes.
over the shoulders, that's used a lot when in a
Talking,
dialogue and
yes.
shit.
are so dynamic and contain so much action as these do. I don't know if you guys know anything about movies and the production and the filming process, but I am actually a film studies graduate that don't really make it into the mainstream at the end of the day. So I don't think that the purpose of any of these music videos was really to innovate when it comes to the camera angles and the shots. Keep in mind that if the goal here was to stick to cinematography and stick to the vibe of a movie, they're not going to be trying techniques and camera angles or shots that are not the standard in different film industries such as Hollywood, Bollywood, or even Nollywood. Now, the symbolism within the music videos, and I know that this is really like one of the biggest things for everyone out there, and I'm gonna talk about the most obvious one, which is of course the dragon. And in order to understand this, I think that we need to go back to a little bit of culture and tradition and what it means for the Philippines precisely. So I think that the
We're going incognito mode in Chrome, which I don't have Chrome ad blocking there because the OBS didn't want to recognize any other window that I opened. So
Oh, no Brave.
no, didn't want to recognize Brave at all. Brave didn't exist for the OBS.
So let it happen. Let that happen.
dragon figure is something that
we're gonna have an ad.
I'm going
Now you
to
can change
Oh,
the
it's an
scene.
ad that doesn't.
It's not skippable.
It's not skippable ad. Okay.
Just change the scene.
It's
while
okay.
the
We
ad
can
is-
skip now. We can skip now. We're
we have seen everywhere. It's really unavoidable. It has been in so many different movies, in so many different series, in so many different animes that, let's be honest, Lay was not necessarily creating something when he inspired himself to include a dragon within the music video.
Thank you.
Now, in the context of Felip's video, he was just trying to tell the story of a legend in the Philippines, the legend of Bulan, which is part of Filipino mythology. And of course, it will be very, very hard to represent the legend visually on a music video without actually including the dragon. Now, just because two artists have dragons in their music video, it doesn't mean that they're copying each other. Keep in mind that the dragon is a prominent figure in Chinese culture and Chinese heritage and has deep, deep meaning for its people. I can think of last year's edition of Miss Universe where Miss Philippines was actually in a costume representing
The
Bulan. So this is
Bakunawa.
not something that Ken really went and borrowed from
Yeah,
someone
he's
else.
confusing Bulan with the Bakunawa.
Yeah, because I see the dragon, the
Yeah,
moon.
she's representing the Bakunawa, not
Wow,
Bulan.
that's beautiful.
That is gorgeous. That is opulence.
How can she walk with that?
And that must be very heavy. And look how the Bakunawa is eating the moon.
Yes.
The details. Wow.
He is just talking about his culture, and I think that this was clearly stated in the music video, even the entire thing, by saying that he wanted to bring back a little bit of the tradition and the legends and the mythology that has been lost over time because of colonialism and of course because of the younger generation not being as in touch with the roots. So he's trying to bring back those legend Pinos. So the core here is that he is really trying to target his audience in his country and to really revive some of the aspects of his culture. Now, yes, of course, the dragons look similar. There are certain shots where you can see very similar things, for example, like the opening of the eye, which is something that is once again very common, especially if photography is to emulate the one of a movie. This is something that we have seen in so many occasions. I can think of, for example, Jurassic Park. I can think of Shrek. And there are so many different examples where to introduce the dragon or to symbolize that the dragon is awake, we're just gonna show a shot of the eye. And let's be realistic, although
It's
China
true,
and the
this happens
Philippines
so
are
many
extremely
places.
different countries in terms of value, culture, religion, and so many different things, they're still part of Asia, you know. And I think that yes, each country has its very own culture and its differences, but they also share a lot in common. So of course, a dragon might mean something for Chinese people, but this same dragon might mean something completely different for Filipinos. It's really a matter of culture and heritage. I can think of, for example, Greek gods. So people perceive them differently with different names, but the idea was the same. And I think that this is a little bit of what we're seeing in these two music videos. Now, if we
Yes.
What is this? You mean
I said
Emirates?
Joel. Yeah. And also Juby para me watching from guys
KSA. KSA.
don't abbreviate your places because we are really bad at this, guys.
It's mostly because mostly of the abbreviatures are in English. And
Yeah, we
like
don't
I
know
learned abbreviatures
English.
in Spanish because that's my language, okay? Actually, when all this situation with Ukraine and stuff happened, they were saying NATO, 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 and I'm like, what the hell is NATO? And it was the OTAN.
Oh, really?
It's the OTAN, so I'm like, oh my god. I was like searching what is NATO, and they tell me, oh, this is an organization that does this and that, and I'm like, how come this organization exists and I don't know about it if they have so much power? It resulted it was the OTAN,
OTAN.
because we only learned siglas, abbreviations,
In
acronyms
Spanish.
in Spanish.
Yes.
So guys, stop.
And watching from Baguio.
Thank you,
Hello.
thank you.
Aglargalat. I don't know if I'm butchering the names. Please excuse my
Baguio,
accent.
the coldest city.
Let's continue. Let's talk about
The music.
Itself. So the songs and the lyrical content, I think that this is where we can see that the songs are really starting to differentiate from one another. Of course, there are certain elements such as the traditional music being incorporated a little bit into the production of both songs, which doesn't necessarily mean that they're copying each other. This is something very common.
It's more
Lay
about
is
the
not the first
genre
traditional
of
artist to
them.
include traditional Chinese music into his work. Same thing for Felip. He is not the first one to include Filipino music and aspects of the culture within his work. I personally thought that Felip's song was a lot more rock influenced, and this
It
is something
is,
that I
yes.
said during my reaction video to the song. So if you guys haven't watched that,
We also
please go and
mentioned-
check it out. But I thought
Yes.
that it was really more inspired by different genres such as rock music, trap music, a little bit of hip hop. Of course,
Yeah.
rap
Rock
with
and
his
trap.
vocal
Oh my
delivery.
God.
But
Exactly the same that we said.
Yes.
You see, Luis Portelles, he knows.
Okay.
He knows what
Ruby
he's
is
saying.
from Kingdom of Saudi Arabia.
Saudi.
We called you
Arabia
Arabia Saudita. Es Saudita. No
Arabia Saudita. There you go.
So yes.
That's the name
welcome,
of your
welcome.
country in Spanish.
Yes, welcome.
at the end of the day, it was still a very modern production. When it comes to Lay's track, I think that yes, he had some of those references, but for example, the main one, the rock music, was not there for me for Lay's track. I think he was a little
No,
bit
it was
more
not.
inspired by rap music, a little bit more inspired by electronic music and even K-pop itself, rather than the treatment that Felip had for his own
But
track.
K-pop is not a music genre.
Music
There
genres
you go.
anyway.
These are things that I realized as I looked deep into it, because I know that at first glance they sound very similar. They're both rapping, guys.
Distinct.
Yeah,
as-
because Lai's voice is higher pitch than
exactly.
Ken's.
It's not like Ken's voice
The
at all.
Ken's voice has a darker undertone, like vocals. It's like scary, you know, like to scare people. Like,
What I can accept is delivery of the lines were kind of similar, in the similar flow. That's the only thing I can accept. Like the bars were delivered in a similar flow and pace. That's it.
Vocals were treated with effects and remastered. But once again, this is something that Felip has been doing consistently all throughout his career. So this is which his styles 180 degrees. Artists love to be part of the music and the creation process. They don't take care of every single aspect of it. He might be able to come up with some concept, with some idea. He might write the music. He might help with the production. He might give his opinion about the editing and the shots and the filming. But at the end of the day, there's a group of people there to help him realize his vision. So when people are coming and criticizing the vocals, the visuals, the costumes, the cinematography, the editing, the color correction, the special effects, the references, the symbolism, what does it say? You're just trying to pick this artist apart and trying to make him look guilty at all costs, when this is something that,
That's
once
true.
again, yes,
That
it is
was
his name, it
really-
is his face that you're seeing on the music video, but this is a group
It's
effort
touchy.
of many, many, many people. And I think that sometimes people hang on to those things just to
Do
push.
you want us to because after Shashim done my videos, right?
Oh my god.
The thing is that Chuck was recently on birthday and we sent
Yes!
there they are.
Hola, Minyonarix!
Happy birthday!
Cumpleaños.
Maligayang kaarawan!
Hey!
Cashual has paid us to sing happy
How much did Cashuals pay you?
Hello.
Oh my god.
Has paid us to sing happy birthday for you.
That's right. This cost them a lot of money, so you better appreciate it.
I love
So
you.
yeah, that's exactly what we're gonna
love
do
you
right
too.
now.
Okay, we're gonna
Oh
sing
my god.
happy birthday in Spanish. Happy birthday.
Appreciate
It's
my
not in
voice,
Spanish.
guys.
Cumpleaños
Feliz.
Appreciate my voice, guys.
Te
I'll be famous one day.
A ti.
Talented.
Cumpleaños.
Oh, he's almost crying.
Cumpleaños feliz.
Aww.
1, 2, 3. Cumpleaños feliz. Te deseamos a ti. Cumpleaños Cashual. Cumpleaños feliz.
Hey, thank you so much, Sol and Luna.
Have a great day, and that you can enjoy your birthday to the
Enjoy.
fullest. We
And-
love you.
And hopefully your next birthday you're going to
Celebrate with us.
Aw.
Bye, bestie.
Man, I'm not really.
Bye.
I'm a kind of guy who don't celebrate. Just to put it out there.
Well, we will
to be honest,
force
on my
you.
birthday, we just went to a playground. Had my kids play there in an indoor playground, and then we had a meal in a fast food chain. And that's all we did.
We will kidnap him
We
his
enjoyed our
next
lunch though
birthday.
because Russ sent some nice food. But that's all there is. No party at all. So
We will
let's see.
force
Maybe
you.
we can figure it out to celebrate next year. Thank you so much.
We will kidnap him.
Oh,
Oh, he's crying. Yeah. Oh, that's so adorable. Oh, Dios mío, qué linda.
Happy birthday to
Oh, they had Chuck's eyes.
yeah. Actually, these twins are a combination of Chuck and his woman. Like a really a combination.
Sorry, guys, about that interruption. We
About
wanted
that
to see-
little detour that we
Yeah,
took
we wanted to see Chuck's reaction to our greeting.
to our greeting. Yeah.
Hello, Gupta Flavio. How are you?
Oh my God. Why am I crying? It was not.
It was emotional for
It's the
him.
twins, you know. They're
Yeah,
so
they-
cute.
They are so cute. I wanna have twins. Now I wanna have twins, and I wanna have Asian twins.
Aww, Asian men around the world. Talk to Sol, please.
Okay, let's
And
continue.
this finally brings me to the last thing that I wanted to talk about on this video, and I think that this is damaging, honestly, for both parties. Because already when you think of mainstream media, I don't think that there is enough really push their artists to the detriment of other artists. When in reality, it doesn't matter if it's a K-pop artist, a Chinese artist, a Japanese artist, or a Filipino artist who is succeeding. They are all opening doors to others. For those of you who are part of the A team, who have been following SB19 for a while, you know how many struggles they had to go through just to make it where they are today, to nowadays being able to put out their own songs and their own solo projects. And for things like this to happen, it's really unfortunate because it really gives a bad reputation not only to the artist but also to the country. I mean, when I'm looking at the headlines today in the news, they're not talking just about Felip, they're talking about Filipino artists who plagiarized, who copied, who did this and that. And in reality, if we go back to the definition of plagiarism that we discussed about in the beginning of the video, I don't think that Ken stole the idea. I don't think Ken took someone else's work and made it pass as his own into the same audience. They were not trying to have the same purpose with the outcome of the music video. So whenever people use those things to discredit Felip and his work, it's just very sad because at the end of the day, these are two amazing Asian artists doing incredible things, showcasing both of their cultures and really making them shine all throughout the world. It doesn't matter if the music videos look similar. Of course, they have very similar cultures, they have very similar elements that they would like to express within their music and within their visuals, but it doesn't mean that necessarily they're copying each other. So those were my 2 cents when it comes to this entire thing. I know that there is a lot more to dig in. I know that people have like entire conspiracy theories on Twitter, comparing frame by frame the music videos and the song. I'm not gonna get into all of that because I just wanted to put out my overall feeling. But please let me know in the comment section, what do you think? How do you feel about this entire thing? And my only request is that you support both artists. If you love Lay, then go and support his video. It is amazing. I watched it. It's incredible. Go and support Ken or Felip. I think that his music video was also stunning. And a huge budget or a record label that will really finance everything. I feel like there's a lot of effort put into his music video, so please go and support that as well. If you enjoyed this video, as usual, don't forget to leave a like so that it gets recommended to more people. Subscribe to the channel for more videos like this one.
Enjoyed that video. Very, very,
Yes,
very well.
very detailed, very well.
Very detailed.
Yeah.
That's exactly
It was
the
a
video
great
that we
breakdown.
needed. And I hope a lot of the XOL fandom had watched that video and understand that they don't know much.
Oh my god.
No,
Do you
but
want to be cancelled too?
no, I don't want to be canceled. Understand that there's too many coincidences in cinematography, like he explained
Yeah.
already. I don't even have to say anything about this. We are ending this live soon because, first of all, our internet is acting up. And second of all, we're gonna send you all to Chuck's birthday stream that is happening right now. Okay.
Well, Bakunawa is a sea serpent, but
Yeah.
it has the
Dragon.
the face of a dragon, the head of a dragon.
Yeah, as we saw in the Pinoy Historian video, the dragon fuses with a lot of animals in Filipino mythology. There
Yes.
was a lion dragon. There was a lion
bird dragon.
A bird dragon.
A crab
A
dragon.
crab dragon. Hello. So, the Bakunawa is the sea serpent dragon. Okay. Okay.
Not even the same dragon.
Not even, o sea, it's too much in reality. La verdad que we learned a lot with these two videos.
Yes.
Both
definitely.
videos were very, very educational. I'm so happy we reacted to them.
And hopefully, like, the XOLs put this to rest, because really there's no plagiarism
Yeah.
here.
Yeah.
And like, as Felip already explained, he just wanted to portray his mythology. So,
Mhm. And that's
what is
exactly
going on?
what
Everything
he
okay
did.
at home? Yes?
That's exactly what he did. So now we are ending the stream right now, and we are going to Chuck's channel. So don't go anywhere. You are going to be teleported.
No, they had to click.
Well, you have
It's
to
your
click
choice.
on the. You have to click on the raid. In this case, it's not called raid. This is called. I forget.
We don't know. It's a raid.
Raid is in Twitch. This
Okay,
is
we're
called
calling it a raid.
redirect.
Okay.
Redirect.
You are going to be presented a choice at the top of the chat, and then if you want to join Chuck live, you can click on join,
Exactly. And we will see you at Chuck's
over there in the
channel.
comments. You had to say that you came from Minyeo TV.
Exactly.
Pin.
So listen to our voice. Don't go anywhere. Don't go anywhere. We are sending you to Chuck's video.
Bye.
Okay?
Love you guys.
Love you so much. Thank
Guess
you for
who
coming
sent
hang
you
out
by?
with us.
Luna or Sol.